There is no planet B. There is no planet blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. This is not about some expensive, politically correct green act of bunny hugging or blah, blah, blah. Build back better, blah, blah, blah. Green economy, blah, blah, blah. Net zero by 2050, blah, blah, blah. Net zero, blah, blah, blah. Climate neutral, blah, blah, blah. This is all we hear from our so-called leaders. Words. Words that sound great, but so far has led to no action. Our hopes and dreams drown in their empty words and promises. Of course, we need constructive dialogue, but they've now had 30 years of blah, 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 and where has that led us?
What a great, stunning speech. Greta Thunberg with the blah, blah, blah. Let me let her finish it out while everyone's rolling in. Shout out to the chat. Let me know if you can hear my mic, or do I need to turn it up? Bubcat, what's down?
What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it?
Look at these freaks, dude. They're all in the N95. They look like Howard the Duck. Smash the like, JT says. I agree. Greta Thunberg says blah, 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 and the people cheer. That's all. That's all she had to say. Is the audio good for you guys? Let me know. It's your boy, Drew. Checking out that Drew World Order live. Been thinking about this lately, and I don't know much about it, really. You guys probably have heard of it and studied it. Most people on a channel like this are pretty deep into the studies. But the concept of the Egregore, the man with the yellow hat, this is who's controlling you. You're the monkey on the string. Now, I messed up here. I should have put an N95 on him. This is so 2020. And I can't do the cam tonight because my room has been taken over by eBay. And I didn't want to put it away because I'm still listing. I didn't want you guys to see the shambles that I live in. 1 second here. How do I... There we go. Let me set up my windows. I think most people are in here. 23 people. Great to see you. But this is a great example of what how my understanding of the Egregore is. What's up, Big Drink Tea? I see Stephen David, Lefty Lucy. Where she just says whatever they want and they rave for her. I think it's something great public speakers are able to do. And then you see them, she says, what do we want? They scream climate justice. She's able to whip them into a frenzy, and it's almost like there's a collective thought form in the room that's sentient, and it just kind of grows and grows.
Years of blah, 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 and where has that led us? What do we want? That led us. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do...
Look at these freaks. And that's what I feel like, obviously,
we want it?
The last 2 years has, it's been feeding. Like the satanic egregore, whatever you want to, just call it Satan. But like a mental thought form entity, sentient entity that's behind the scenes, and it's kind of controlling everyone. And first it got them all in the mask, and now it's tightening its grip, and now it's getting you into the N95. Everywhere I go, everyone has the N95. And then there was that article recently, Biden's going to be sending out the N95s. And so this is similar to, you see it in the David Hogg when he gives a speech. Yeah, and listen, I agree. This could be like some crowds on demand and or green screen even. 100%, I totally agree. But you see it in the history. There's certain types of speakers that can rally a crowd. Obama, I think that was real. He knew, even though he wasn't saying much, he knew the right emotional notes to hit with people to whip him into a frenzy. You saw the speeches by Hitler, the videos of how the crowd was just rallied behind him. And trust me, I know all the conspiracies about that. But here we are now, 2021. Howard the Duck reality is here. What's up, Runson Tunsin and Christina? Good to see you guys all. Wanted to go live last night, but I'm kind of at a point with the channel. I don't know what to say anymore that I haven't already said. I like having the kind of the regulars on. It's nice to have the dynamic with the interactions between different people. So when I wasn't able to find like a guest or something, I just didn't go live. I really wanted to, but I did miss the chat, so I wanted to just jump in and hang out for a little while tonight. And this is basically what's been on my mind this week when I go out to the supermarket and everything. It's like there has to be like a satanic egregore out there that's feeding, and getting bigger and stronger. And it feeds off of like bullying and intimidation and mindless order compliance, everything that people are trying to browbeat you into. And if you look at the United States, it used to be a Christian nation, and a lot of people practice Christianity. Even the people in here, if you're my age or a little older, there was a picture of Jesus in every single person's house. And it slowly went away from that. And as the nation got away from God, because it would be kind of the opposite thing. Like there would be a lot of prayers and good thoughts and vibes put into the air for a different type of, the opposite type of energy to be out there and permeating the whatever you want to call it, space, time, and all that. And it's similar to this concept of a tulpa. I started and read about all this stuff back in the day. It's like a being that is created through spiritual or mental powers. Modern practitioners use the term to refer to a type of willed, imagined being which practitioners consider to be sentient and relatively independent. Is that the same then as like a familiar? You guys might know that. I'm not sure. But the basic definition of an egregore. Let me get you a distinct non-physical entity that arises from a collective group of people. That's the wiki definition. And so like you had this, Greta, you had the crowd being whipped into a frenzy here. It's the same thing if you've ever been to a live comedy show or anything. I can tell you one guy I saw live and I was like crying because it was so funny, is Steve-O. You wouldn't think Steve-O, he did a stand-up comedy tour, you wouldn't think he's that funny. And basically all he did was tell stories. He didn't even really tell jokes. And it was like the room was there was just so much laughter in there, and everyone was laughing and laughing. Like if I said the stuff he said, you guys wouldn't even think it was funny. But when you're there and you're, the collective thought forms there, and everyone's just dying of laughter, man. That's what. Sorry. And then this is what I kind of thought this a long time ago, how they have like America. What's up, Derek? They have this American mutt meme, Amerimutt, if you've ever seen that. And this goes with the concept too that like McDonald's, I've said it before, it's what Layla talks about, is McDonald's is like the Babylon flag. So everywhere you go and there's a McDonald's, there's some kind of like, that's their territory, you know what I mean? And you're inside the modern times of Babylon and everything in the McDonald's. But when you get way out in the country and you get past McDonald's where there's no more McDonald's anymore, it's almost like you go backwards in time a little bit or something. Like the prices of everything are cheaper, the people are nicer. It's just a different type of living when you're past the Babylon flag of McDonald's. But I thought like kind of this, a Mary Mutt meme. I kind of thought that was the joke. I could be totally wrong here and reaching, but the joke behind Conor McGregor, I thought it was like a Mac Egregore, like an Amerimut typical thing they'd want to see. Just a big mouth, loudmouth cursing and swearing guy, you know, that's just famous for fighting or something. I thought maybe that was kind of the joke behind that. Maybe I'm just reading into it too, but that's the way I took it, and this is the guy they pushed on the society at the time. And almost like, you know, 20 years earlier, whatever it was, they pushed Stone Cold Steve Austin on you and everything. Back in the day, that was like the number one character on TV, the number one TV show. You know, loudmouth, redneck, beer drinking type dude. And this is almost the same character, except it's an Irish guy. I don't know, but I thought that was like a joke on the Mary Mutt meme, and that they pumped that dude up. In my opinion, this is all my opinion, that they pumped this dude up and ran him and Ronda Rousey, pushed him to the moon at that point. Probably, I'm sure the fights are all fixed, right? And that's when their stock was at the highest, and that's when UFC, it was owned by the Fertitta brothers, and then they sold it right then and there at the peak of when McGregor and Rousey were both at their peaks, and then they sold it to, I forget the name of the company that bought it, WMA or something like that, and they got the most money at, because I think they just pumped these guys up, and you need the marquee tentpole figures to make the company worth more money. And then after the sale, both of them fell off, you know. It was just like a pump and dump scam for the business, basically, to get as much money as they could. Enough UFC though. But and then I was looking into like the etymology of Egregore. It just says it means like wakeful or watcher. It means a watcher. An angel in the book of Enoch, and I've never read the book of Enoch. I need to. These are the people, man. This is like the most accurate meme. These are the people I see everywhere I go. They're just like vaccine damaged. Oh, there goes the stream. They're V damaged, and they're from the food and all the poisons and everything. They're just like golems, basically. Oops, hold on a second here. And then if you've ever experienced this anywhere, if you've ever been anywhere and they have what do you call it? Like I can't think of the right word. Like where the crowd just, not mass formation psychosis, not that, no. But it's like where the whole crowd, you know, hive mind basically takes over the crowd. If you've ever been anywhere like where that kind of situation breaks out. What is that called? I can't think of the word right now. But I remember I was at like some underground rap show once, and then like all these fights broke out, and it was like the whole energy of the place turned dark, and all this weird other stuff started happening. And it was just like, to me, looking back on it, like that's what happened. It was like, especially it was towards the end of the night and everyone was drinking liquor, and you know, I think everyone just kind of manifested all these different things to happen, but it's probably like for lack of a better term, like a spirit that's behind it all. This is the main guy right here behind everything. Mob mentality. Yeah, the Baphomet, man. I feel like that's what's behind everything right now. And then As Benton likes to say, all these people that are on TV, they're just kind of like the minions of Satan. Because if there's these egregores out here, they can grant you, like powers in this realm. So if you're willing to, you hear all those musicians and everything talk about, yeah, they sold their soul and everything, and then look at, they get all the material wealth and everything like that, Yeah, Bubba Smollett says he was at a Master P concert in Pontiac, Michigan, and the whole thing busted out in a big fight and riot. Yeah, I've been to a lot of different concerts, man. I've been to Master P. I mean, I haven't been to Master P, I'm sorry. I've been to, like, rap concerts. I've been to, even, like, ICP, I wouldn't call that rap, but those types of concerts, heavy metal concerts. I've been to Rage, White Zombie, all different vibes in each one of them. But then a couple years ago, I went to it was like an all-day country festival at an outdoor college football stadium. So like 60,000 people were there. It was like Luke Bryan, and I don't remember any of the other ones. But there was no fighting there. I was like, man, this is crazy. There's like no fighting. It was nothing but a good time. And I don't like that music, but I can appreciate how those people were there all day long. It was an entire, from noon or whatever till midnight. And those people were there drinking all day long. I'm sure there was fights. I didn't see anything like that though. All I seen was people dancing and having a good time on that kind of music. So honestly, after I did that, I was like, I had a different kind of respect for country or whatever. After that, I was like, okay, these people at least just go there just to have a good time. And, at Rage, when I went and saw Rage, people were jumping off like the second deck, jumping down to the bottom to try to get in the pit and breaking their leg and everything like that. The Missing says, this is Satan's realm. God's has hands off. Oh, that would give you free will, right? You have the choice to make the 7 deadly sins. You make that choice. And Bub's Cat says, if this really is Satan's realm, why the F are we all stuck here? Well, I think if everyone lived a different life, if everyone was on the same page, obviously it'd be a different. Imagine the fervor that's going on here with this new religion that's going on here. The new religion, the new one world religion. So they've talked about it forever. The new world order is one world religion, one world government, one world currency. So they've installed the first part of it, and that's the one world religion, and that's right here. Shout out to Linda Curtis for posting this one in the Discord. I hate these things now where you gotta like turn off the cookies and everything. This dude, the CEO, got a $1 million Pfizer CEO for the Genesis Prize, they called it, for developing this thing. So that's your Genesis right there. The entire world now worships this God. And IPS talks about it a lot, man. IPS has a great breakdown of the Infinite Plane Society, of the how the COVID is a religion. Basically, you got like the hand sanitizer, that's your holy water and everything like that. I posted a meme on my Instagram the other day that was like old world order religion, and it had a person hanging a rosary from the rearview mirror of their car, and then I wrote new world order religion, and now they all hang a mask from the rearview mirror of their car, and that's what's going to protect them from the evil, is the mask. But where it used to be the rosary. I mean, imagine the difference of the type of world it would be if everyone did have the rosary, whether you believe it or not, you know what I mean? It would be, and it is a different type of religion. I mean, you can just look around and see it. The Genesis. So the next, you're going to have a one world currency. Right now you got, and I don't think it's going to happen right now, but I'm saying right now you see all the cryptos are dumping right now. They're always pumping and dumping. And I think once they'll have to wipe everything out, I believe. Including like all your 401s, all your Bitcoin, your bank, pensions, anything and everything will just somehow get wiped out. And that's going to be the only way that they'll get you on this new whatever they got in store for you. They'll get you on the one world currency. And that'll be the one world religion then. That'll be what we've been talking about forever is the new world order, basically. It's already here. It's been here. This dude got $1 million prize. The other link I had about this was kind of all over the place, sorry. Stephen David said the only mask I wear is ski mask. So this article came out 2 days ago, and it says many of these C19 side effects are caused by placebo, the study says. Okay, so by the same exact logic here, couldn't you say the reverse? That the people that said they have it, couldn't you say that was caused by a placebo effect? By XRP. You guys are still talking about XRP. It's been going on forever. Big Enchilada says Scientology will be the new religion. I hope not, man. What's up? I don't know how to say your name. Mboli Simbanka. What's up, man? I saw you in Days of Noah's chat earlier. I was trolling a little in Days of Noah's chat. I like Days of Noah. It's just funny to me when the dude has 100,000 subscribers and he's talking about, oh, I'm shadow banned. Like, dude, what are you talking about? You have 100,000 subscribers. But everything he says, I pretty much agree with it. So I just troll out of love. That's all. So I hope no one took offense if you guys were in there. He did steal our It's Weird Out Here, though. EBT and I did it first. We did a stream called It's Weird Out Here. And then he called every stream It's Weird Out Here after that. It's okay, man. We're a couple years ahead of the game here. And we're to the point, or I'm to the point at least, where I feel like there's nothing left to talk about. Like, I've said everything there is to say. Like, the videos might not even be up anymore because I had to take a bunch of them down, but I'm to the point where when is anyone going to actually, like, take action and do something instead of we're just going to sit here and talk about the same stuff over and over and over again and just spin our wheel. Even if you are right, even if you have it all figured out, like, what's left to... Oh, dang. Big Enchilada said Days of Noah equals Dawn. He's the Dawn. Maybe I just need to find new channels to watch, but the only thing I can see going forward of how this would, like, stay fresh and everything is if all these different creators had continuous, like, collaborations of, you know, between each other. Because I don't see any one person that can just constantly, besides Pink Elephant, just constantly spit new information. And then you, especially the people that produce a lot of content, then they are saying the same thing all the time. And I'm saying the same thing, saying that they're saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Here's one that was kind of going with this. Tell me what you guys think. It's so loud. I'm going to try to keep the volume as low as I can. This was going viral today. Not viral, but 20,000. It was going around in the, like, the conspiracy. During a baptism in Honduras, angels seem to appear as the people are worshiping. Let me make this big here. What do you guys think? I'm going to turn it up, but it's super loud. Whoops. It gets really loud. I'll turn it up, but I'll turn it down. No, I don't believe this, but I believe like the concept behind it. When people get together and pray, if you're in a house of worship or something, you can feel the good energy and good vibes. That's probably what it is, something like this, but you'll never see it, especially on a camera. Now imagine the reverse of that, where there's all these mass Nazis that are, trying to dominate you and everything and bully you. And you've seen it in those like supermarket videos where they kind of like surround the one person that'll be without a face covering, and then they get all evil and violent towards them, It's the same kind of thing, just the opposite. Hold on, somebody's saying something here. Bubs Cat says... Hold on, Stephen David says all those channels got those big follower numbers pre-algo changes. Bubs Cat says, Drew, check out True Love YouTube channel breakdown on XRP a year ago. Her decoding is super compelling. Seems like she's predicted it dead on. It's gaining ground all of a sudden. I've heard people say that, I don't know anything about crypto, so take that for what it's worth, but I've heard some people say like XRP is the most like enslaving one if the New World Order did want a one world system, so I could be totally wrong. Zen Atman, her other channel is Zen Alchemist. I don't listen to women. Stephen David says, I've witnessed unbelievable things in just 2 years doing mission work, but this looks goofy. Yeah. It definitely looks... There's like some jump cuts too, like when you see it, it's like jumps. I don't even want to look for it, but go look it up. Baptism in Honduras. There's a book I was looking into. It says this dude examines the history of egregores from ancient times to present day with detailed and documented examples and explores how they were created, sustained, directed, and destroyed. He explains how egregores were well known in the classical period of ancient Rome and Greece, when they were continuously called into being to watch over city-states. He explores the egregore concept as it was understood in Western mystery traditions. Blah, 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 blah. That's all I gotta say is blah, 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 blah. And the crowd will go wild. I don't know, it's interesting to me. It makes the most sense of all the other things that I've heard of when I kind of, compare them and contrast all the different ideas and stuff. Especially that it's very, not even talked about, not even many people know about it today. That tells me there probably is something to it, because it's being occulted for sure. And then even when you go to the headlines, look at this. This kind of creates, the fear, and it just generates those types of things. Like when they say here, the West Coast is going to see blackouts. Now I remember, basically, I think it was like 2 years ago, I remember doing a stream where there was a story just like this, a headline exactly like that. West Coast will see rolling blackouts this year. And now, did that ever happen? I don't remember it on a large scale. Maybe here and there. But here it is again, why West Coast blackouts could happen, and then energy, they're going to raise the price of energy. So that's another thing they're doing right now with inflation and everything, is they just want to snuff everyone out basically before they pull the final rug. I feel like I want to hear what their solution is to this. Just want to see what they say. Climate change, blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever. I don't even see a solution. The solution is you have to go. You're breathing too much carbon dioxide. Is retrocausality connected to egregores? Butthole Winkler said. Retrocausality is BS. Nothing's changing. Nothing that's happened is changing. I don't like that theory because it's a theory you can never be wrong, because then if I didn't experience it, then I'm from a different timeline or something. I think that's all trash. Look at this. The third story on here on Yahoo News right now. The problem with Joe Rogan and white boys. White boys. All you white boys in here is the problem. Mbole says, I've heard of the egregores as being the watchers of the stars, the ones who taught early humans the stories of the constellations and movements of the stars, i.e. early astrology. Yeah, the watchers and what do you call them? The Elohim and everything like that. 90 views, 86 people in here. Yeah, hit that thumbs up for me, homies. What is this one? We know white boys are a problem. Karen flashes ID at black man on TikTok. Let's see this. This sounds ridiculous. Where's the... Look at, they give you a TikTok as news, and then they don't even include the TikTok in the damn story. Oh no, black TikTok creators are getting strikes. That's news or what? I'm trying to find the video. Oh, here we go.
Well, you don't see me paying for my stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, who made you security? Here confronting us.
That's what made me security.
Cool.
Good dude. Do you want some?
No, just pay for them. God, I'm glad they're nice. I'm glad
Yeah, I did pay for my stuff. Look.
Oh, no, you did.
Why are you mad? Well, you don't see me paying for my stuff?
Yeah.
Well, that was it. Amazing news. You go to the news on the internet, and this is the 5th story down. Amazing. Bub's Cat says he's a former Seattleite, circa 1973. It saddens me to consider JL's prediction may mean Mount Rainier will be triggered to blow, a la Tonga apparent test run. Yeah, thanks for talking about that, because when I first sat down to do this cover, I had this idea a couple of days ago, and then I couldn't remember. I was like, what the hell is Curious George something? I couldn't remember what the play on it was. And then I was going to make Joe versus the volcano cover of Joe Biden. And I was going to say, get into the Tom Hanks predictive programming, how Tom Hanks is so involved in Joe Biden's presidency, and also the movie with Elvis, and then all of JL's Elvis predictions and everything. But then I like remembered it right when I sat down, so I made this real quick instead. But yeah, if you look at there was one I saw on here a long time ago that was it was like a biblical prediction of Mount Rainier. The Mount Rainier prophecy. King James Bible Code. There's two different ones here that talk about that. So that's right by the Space Needle. And I've showed before. I'm not going to be able to show it right now. But if in case you missed it, or if you're watching this later, whatever. In Joe versus Volcano, when the volcano finally explodes, what year is that movie from? 88 or something like that. Right when the volcano explodes, you can clear as day hear it says, Kamala, Kamala. And yeah, thanks again, Bub's Cat. It's talking about never sleep again in Seattle. Yeah, exactly. If you look at all the Tom Hanks predictive programming with Seattle and everything, but I haven't gone through the full run of it. It's just kind of all in my head right now, but There's got to be, so it's a 1990 film. I wish I could find that. Maybe I can find it here on BitChute if it plays for me. Oh, who's this? Somebody's re-uploading my... Somebody's re-uploading my stuff on BitChute. Well, I'm not mad at them, but... Whoa. Did I lose the chat? Yeah, I'm not mad at them, but... I'm looking for my videos on here. Because I had the one. Oh, man. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Pretty sure it's on here. Robosexuals. This is a good one, man. I don't care what nobody says. I need to, like, edit this up and then release it as like a, with the ads. I'm trying to remember which one it was, though. I think it was it this one? Subphotonics. Oh. I want to see if this is the right one or not. Came out with a logo of the AFL football team. Yeah, this is it. Let me play this, and you're gonna hear me talking, but it's from this video because this is no longer on YouTube. Soda, and it's actually called Jump. I thought it said Trump at first. Like a shit ton of the lady fall in love, and you gotta hear it to believe it, man. This is what I've wanted to play. I think it's right here, and I'll play it a few times so that you can hear it.
Is there any ceremony or anything? No, you just jump in.
I don't know how well you can hear this on the stream, but he says, no, you just jump in. And I don't know, I tried to figure out, because I watched it quite a few times, who says it. This guy's mouth doesn't move, so it's either this guy behind him that says it, or it's the sound of the volcano itself. And it literally says Kamala. I'll play it like 3 or 4 times so you can hear it. It says Kamala.
No, you just jump in.
Literally says Kamala. Bub's Cat says he has Jerry's digits. You should contact him and do a stream in the building. I love Subphotonic. I think he went a little off the rails with the all land is a building and everything. But he's a legend, dude. Hilarious, too. He's just like, he's constantly like... Hopefully I did it good enough. And then he'll just sit there and roast dabs right on the stream. Sit there and do like 5 giant dabs in a row. Just be smashed. Doing a stream. That's Joe versus the volcano. So who's Joe? Joe is this one guy that gave the thumbs down. That's Joe Biden. And that his tragedy will be the volcano. Is it Mount Rainier? I don't know that, but I believe you'll have a volcano tragedy. And I do believe they're going to have a lot of things that they're going to make it seem like are acts of God's for people turning their back on God. I believe their plan is to get everyone on board with like a new version, a controlled version, their own version of like Christianity and nationalism. And so to do that, they're going to have like a lot of natural disasters that they're going to blame on, you know, sinning, basically. But it'll be like, you know, a meteor hit the White House or something, but it's a missile or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not predicting that, but things along those lines. that they'll blame on natural disasters. And then they're going to try to get, in my opinion, because it's gone so far off the rails and bad, they're going to try to get everyone back on board with their own version of like Christianity. And that's why it's so counterculture right now. And it's like, Kanye's on it and everything like that. But, the counterculture always becomes like the mainstream culture. And it always kind of flips back and forth over a longer period of time, few generations. But I don't think it might seem good at first, right? Like anything, that they're going to make it seem good to get everyone on board with it. But I think when you look at it and the underlying things of what it's going to be, their version of some new Christianity, it'll just be more enslavement, a deeper enslavement, in my opinion. Bengals are going to win. Did the 49ers win? I don't care, but let's look it up. I'll tell you why. What's the score? 49ers won. F yeah. That's right. It's 11-11. Make a wish. I just got a really cool old 49ers vintage piece. That's why I'm like, man, hopefully they win and keep winning, because then it'll put more heat on the buyers to want to buy it. Kevin Mooring, what's up, man? He says he smells a false flag for sure. Yeah, something's gonna come. When I went through this Joe versus the Volcano, I like rented the movie online and was kind of like decoding it. I feel like that's always like road to Schizoville, but there's always whatever you can read into it. What is this? Oh, this is the Mount Rainier prophecy here. Yeah, earthquakes. I think that you'll see more earthquakes and maybe tsunamis and everything like that. I think you're gonna see all that. This Mount Rainier prophecy right here says the western slope of Mount Rainier is ready to collapse and blow up soon, spewing lava and producing lahars, destructive mud flows. Scientists predict not if, but when Mount Rainier blows, it will be the worst disaster in America's history. Scientists do not know when, however. God does. And God is faithful to warn his people living near this unsuspected danger. And I think that could be part of why they're handing out the N95 masks as well. So then they got you used to like go inside, like here's a lockdown, don't leave your house for a week. And then now they got you used to the mask. And now they got you the N95 mask coming to your mailbox. And if something like this were to happen, I think it'd be real easy for them to be like, hey, nobody leave your house, and make sure, if you do leave your house because of all the soot and ash in the air, you're going to have to be in an N95 mask. So we'll see, man. I don't know. But I want to see what else this says here. When Mount Rainier begins to increase in earthquake activities and other initial indicators, then know that it is the time to make it to high ground, relocate, or find a place to stay temporarily. So 611 GTFO. If people wait until Mount Rainier blows, it will be too late for many to run or drive safely. Staying in shelter will not save anyone. And if this did happen here, this would go with what I'm saying. They would say Seattle turned its back. Seattle's completely communist takeover. Seattle turned its back on God. Now this is the wrath of God coming over the land of Seattle. This prophecy came in two prophetic warning dreams, one in 2012 and one in 2014. It behooves every sincere believer in Christ, especially those in the Puget Sound region. That's like the sounding of the trumpet too, right? To heed and pray. We'll see, man. Dude's got a whole full prophecy PDF online. It's called God is Raising His Voice. And see, I believe in stuff like that, but I also believe they will just manufacture it and say that that's what's happening. What's funny too, and it's not funny, but it was last year in 2021, and I worked with this dude, and his mom also worked there, and his sister, and they're like really nice family. And she went to Mount Rainier like on 6/11, like it was during the time of like Jurassic's prediction. He's like, yeah, my mom just went to, go to Mount Rainier. And I was like, oh, do I tell him or do I not say anything? Here's the King James Bible code. Is this a video about it? Let me play just a minute of this.
Hello, this is a video recorded by T. Chase on July 4, 2011. I have a website
Come on, get to it.
using Code Finder. Now, at the end of June 2011, Mount Rainier, a large volcano in Washington.
Bubscat says if Seattle gets slammed, imagine the repercussions on the supply chain. Amazon, Costco, Boeing, Starbucks, Microsoft, etc. gone. That's a great observation. Yeah, they're all located right there in the Pacific Northwest.
Washington State in the U.S. had a avalanche of rocks where a lot of rocks went tumbling down off the side of the mountain. Now, sometimes these occur every few years or so and a normal thing.
This guy's too boring to listen to. I want to see if he'll say anything.
Now, Mount Rainier and possibility of an eruption on it. Note that another thing I looked at, you'll see on my website, is biblical numbers.
Whatever, I can't listen to that guy. Oh, that's the whole link, though. There was another... Oh, this is probably the same dude's website. I think this is it. And he was talking about that he uses some computer program to look for all these different codes in the King James Bible. Mount Rainier erupt, all this other stuff, burst, rise up, fragments filled, spilled, mud or lava flow. Mud flood 2.0, maybe that's part of the mud flood programming, is that just everything will be just wiped out over there underground. But he's got also note the geographic coordinates of Mount Rainier are 46.8 degrees north, 121.7 west. Relate 121 to Revelations 12:1, and 46 is the number of man. See this page. Let me see that page quick. It's like an entire... I'm not going to go through all that, but these numbers have... Oh, wait. And it is 14,411 feet high. Relate to the 144,000 in Revelation 7 and 14. Stephen David, he said, this is the year. It's this year. Maybe. These large numbers, or these numbers have biblical significance. It could indicate, I can't read, could indicate the volcano could erupt during the end times in the book of Revelation. And then he also predicts what this Hekla volcano... Well, there was that one the other day, too, and then going around in all the conspiracy forums was like, there's like a video of like a missile or whatever going into it, or something that looks like it's going into it right before it blows up. I want to see the... No matter what, when I go on YouTube, they always have this like category. Man, Willie, I got Willie on here. Listen, man, I'm late to the game. Some of y'all are gonna be laughing at me, man. I grew up like not listening to country, but I just started listening to Waylon Jennings. Man, come on. The little bit I've listened to of Waylon Jennings, he's a monster, dude. How come you guys didn't tell me about Waylon Jennings? Then, of course, Willie. Willie's a legend. I do have some of his records. I have a bunch of records and a record player and stuff. Willie's the man, too. Yeah, Michael A. says, I always click those jab vids and read the comments. Yeah, that's exactly what I do, too. In the comments, you can tell they hate it.
Reports just out from the CDC.
The boosters are your best protection. Everyone make sure you go and get them. Land of the Blind said Mount Rainier was in 1894 and killed 2,300 people. Legend says, did you sell any of those shirts? Not yet. I haven't listed them yet. I have a reason. I'm going to wait for like a month or something. And then I'll list them. I haven't even listed them yet. But I will. I better do it before Mount Rainier explodes. I'm trying to find the comments. Where's the comment? Yeah, basically the comments are calling it BS. Yeah, if someone dies with this thing, we're counting that as a death. The direct quotes from Dr. Birx at the CV Task Force press conference. The lady said even if there was that one lady, I don't know if that's the same lady she was talking about, even if they die of a car accident and it's in their system, we're listing it as a one of those deaths. And I think this is just clown world too, to get you to obviously, no one's going to believe this. I mean, come on, we're 2 years deep and they still are. So who am I kidding? But it seems like the objective of this is to get you to no longer believe this. And as I've always said, information flows downstream. So if we're ahead of these people, the idea is to push them forward and let them learn these lessons like that. You can't believe any of this. But then in my opinion, the reason for that would be also to install some new kind of, government controlled only media and get rid of the fact checkers and all that. And it'll be like, the Ministry of Truth, basically. I think they're going to want to roll that out. And I'm still sticking to my prediction, too. You're going to see, I don't know if Trump will be involved anymore, but you'll see a new form of social media with Elon Musk, I think, for his version of the metaverse and everything like that. Possibly him combined with Trump. If they do want to bring out some new technology, they're going to have to tell you something. They're going to have to tell you Elon and Trump are Atlantean, whatever that means. Some off land that's off the map or something. And that's why they have so much help or whatever. They'll get something outrageous like that to get people to go along with the new paradigm that they want to bring out. Hold on. Bub's Cat says, no joke, my good buddy lives right next door to Waylon Jennings to this day. Well, he's dead, isn't he? But he lives next to his estate or whatever. Merle Haggard. See, I got to look up all this stuff. Johnny Cash. Yeah, I know Johnny Cash. See, Johnny Cash, to me, this might be controversial. Maybe I got to hear more of it. I'm not that into it. Like, it's okay, but some people are like, yo, Johnny Cash is the man. I'm like, he's cool. I like Willie Nelson more than Johnny Cash. But the Waylon I've been listening to, man. Yo, Waylon is a monster, dude. That's like good stuff. He will be part of the mark. Land of the Blind said, yeah, I think he's talking about Elon. Yeah, it has to be, right? What about that Watch Out for 666 song? Have you guys seen that? I posted that on my Instagram the other day. Now this is a bop.
As his plan for replacing cash, checks, and credit cards with new personalized 666 barcode system were implemented, peace and order began to be re-established. Now, in tonight's program, our great world leader unveils stage 2 of his plan for the perfect...
Yo, I know Johnny Rebel. Bub's Cat says Willie Nelson came over and played at his friend's back patio. That's crazy. Did you guys smoke a doobie with him? That'd be tight to smoke with Willie. But you see right here, man, this is the plan. So this is the Bible playing out right before your very eyes. So is that how they're playing it out? Or is it, is it the real prophecy of the Bible? That's the question I guess I have. I saw another channel say that a certain channel, we won't name any names, Michael Victor. A certain channel said this video here was created like in the last couple months just to troll truthers. And I was like, yo, wait till he hears about the Bible, because that's what this song is about, man.
Program for the perfect world. The amazing new 666 biochip implant, guaranteeing you physical health and spiritual well-being at the punch of a computer key, plus the guarantee of lifelong security within the new 666 world order.
Watch out for 666. Watch out for 666.
In a vision of the future, I saw in a vivid dream that the hour is soon coming when men will become machines. A new one world order will rise and then demand that all the world's people receive their scientific brand. I saw a tiny free program, computer chips so thin, implanted in men's foreheads underneath their skin, linking all its bearers to the system's central brain, the master computer that over them will reign. Watch out for 666 and their computer chip that is designed to strip you on your self-control. Don't sell your soul. Men's thoughts will be programmed by this new technology. Those who take the number, their slaves will always be. So hearken to this warning. If it's life and love you choose, then you'll follow the truth, and that mark you will refuse. Watch out for 666 and their computer chip that is designed to strip you of your self-control. Watch out for 666 and their computer chip that is designed to strip you of your self-control. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul. Watch out for 666.
That's a dang bop. That's a banger right there. And then they have another song too. I won't play the whole thing because this one's not as good, but it's called Kathy Don't Go to the Supermarket because you need the chip.
Can you see what they're trying to do? This isn't just a new craze.
I'll just play like 30 seconds or something.
Make us their slaves.
And it's from like 1990. That's what. That's when you go to the supermarket today.
Kathy, don't go to the supermarket today. Don't go, Kathy, don't go. Kathy, let's leave.
Pretty wild. Look at this. They got a dude in the mask in like 1990. Look at this. Man. Christians knew, man. Kathy Don't Go. Now I read a thing on Reddit. And I meant to like, maybe I can do it right now. I still have a little more time. It's all part of some project or something called 20 Minutes to Midnight. I don't know how exactly true this is because I haven't vetted this yet. That band is called Heaven's Magic. where's the... I think it's called like 20 minutes to midnight or something. Let me see if I can find that Reddit quick. Is it 2 minutes to midnight? I thought it was 20 minutes. Maybe it is 2 minutes to midnight. That would kind of make more sense. Oh, that's Iron Maiden. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to find it. But they were saying they were part of the Children of God cult. And I don't know how true that is before I go out giving that information. I did want to look more into that, and that's what I was thinking about actually doing a live stream about. And yeah, it was a Children of God, and they changed their name now to the Family International. And they were the ones, if you ever heard of it, they had like I forget what it was called, like Sex for Christ or something, where the ladies would go like bang dudes and try to bring them into the cult, and then they would get pregnant, and there would be like, you know, another generation of the cult. But I don't know for 100% sure that this band here is connected to that cult. Where's the comments? Dang. I don't know how to do Reddit. Under new management, forget your hexagram. What is that? I'll have to look that up. Copy that. But I'm trying to find the name of the... It was called like... man, I swear it was called... Something Till Midnight. And it was like a real creepy video where like the nukes have been launched, you know, and then the people are like going nuts because there's only... I thought it was 20 minutes because then I thought like, yeah, that's a lot of time for missiles to be flying. And then they like die and basically go to heaven or whatever. They're floating around in the air and everything. It's got like the cheesiest editing for any video. Let's see, I'm gonna find this thing, man. Yeah, I guess I'm not gonna find it. I can't find it. Anyway. Yeah, it's a mystery organization that uses the facade of Christianity. Yeah, I don't know enough about it, man. The Children of God. I was gonna like look into it and then do a deep dive on it. But I don't know, man. I guess that's all I got then. I'm at an hour. I don't know what else to talk about. I will be live tomorrow night with Benton on D Live, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 Central. We usually don't know what we're going to talk about. Hopefully we can have a little structure for tomorrow. But if you want to join us on D Live, the link is in the description of this video. If you guys can go over there and follow on D Live, you get a notification if you have the app. But also, if we can get that to 1,000 followers over there, it will store the videos for 3 weeks, I think, which is plenty of time in case you miss it, because right now they only store them for 3 days. Lurch Pop says, don't they say it would take about 15 minutes for Russia ICBM to reach the U.S.? I don't know what they say. Probably, though. I want to find that thing, man, because that was super creepy. I'm going to find it. I guess I'm not, because I think it's It was like another name for the band. See, I would have been prepared if I knew I was going to get into that. But I wasn't. But anyway, yeah. 99 people. Hit the thumbs up. Love you guys. I will play that other one as we go out. The Kathy Don't Go. This will be the outro song. But thanks for everyone for hanging out, man. I like hanging out. You guys like support me and stuff even more than some of my own family. So yeah, I do appreciate that. For sure. And I appreciate everyone's time. And peace out.
Hey guys and gals, get hip with a new craze. Register today for your very own personal 666 barcode implant. No more need to carry cash or credit cards. The price of the goods you buy is now automatically subtracted from your bank account by the computer terminal at the checkout stand. It's fast, it's easy.
Checkout stand, and there's a laser scanner where you put your hand. Kathy, don't go to the supermarket today. Don't go, Kathy, don't go. Without a computer ID, there's no way to pay. Don't go, please don't go. I know there's a sale and a special on rice, and you can buy beans at a giveaway price, but that's just their way to get you down there. What you don't know is that they're everywhere. Kathy, don't go to the supermarket today. Kathy, don't go to the supermarket today. They had a special program on the TV last night, explaining calmly why these things must be done right. They say their new computer is the way to control, but what they didn't say is that it costs your soul. Kathy, don't go to the supermarket today. Don't go, Kathy, don't go. Without a computer ID, there's no way to pay. Don't go, please don't go. There's a very strange man at the checkout stand, and there's a laser scanner where you put your hand. Kathy, don't go to the supermarket today. Oh, Kathy, can't you see what they're trying to do? This isn't just a new craze. They want to make us their slaves. Kathy, don't go to the supermarket today. Don't go, Kathy, don't go. Kathy, let's leave while there's still time to get away. Honey, don't worry, just take my hand. We can make it even if we have to live off the land. Kathy, don't go to the supermarket today. Don't go to the supermarket today. Kathy, don't go to the supermarket today. Don't go to the supermarket. Kathy, don't go. Don't go to the supermarket. Kathy, don't go. Don't go to the supermarket. Kathy, don't go to the supermarket.
I got it, man. You guys are stuck here with me. I got it. It's called 20 Minutes to Go, and it's on here. It's on this same channel. We're watching it, dude. This is it. I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
About the war. Mommy's crying, tears run down her cheeks. She can hardly speak.
What's up, EBT?
Down here and take your papa's hand. How I'd like to help you understand.
He's an official shield now. He's got the thing.
To let you know how much I love you so. With only 20 minutes to go, how much love can you show? Where on earth can you go? With only 20 minutes to go.
Now, I don't believe in nukes, so if they came out and said you had 20 minutes, I don't think I'd do anything.
Where we'll all be safe. Someplace, mommy, where the bombs can't go. Tell me if you know.
Then they get blasted. There's nothing more metal than the Bible. What could be more metal than this? The effects, Mel, man, the effects.
Daddy? Mommy? Are you still there? Daddy? Where are you? I'm scared.
Here I am, dear.
Oh, Daddy, where are we?
Bass Ackwood says this song sucks, but the cinematography is epic. This is peak 80s here, or 1990. Christian doom porn.
Are we dead?
Are we dead?
Daddy, Mommy, we're moving. What's happening to us? Mommy, what are all those lights?
They're up in the Starlink now.
We're passing them so fast.
Elon saved him. He got an Elon Starlink arc.
This must be heaven, heaven, heaven. We can live and love so free.
There's no Waffle House in heaven. Look at those abs.
We feel such love and such peace here like we've never known.
I never felt so happy before.
We're free from all sorrows and pain in our heavenly home.
No masks in heaven.
So free.
Fountains of light,
Wait, the flying kid. Hold on.
fountains of light spray their colors so bright way up high.
Aren't they beautiful?
There's a magical river with water that sings and so free.
Hear them
What a wonderful place to be.
Dogs, all dogs go to heaven. Except pit bulls. Alright, and that's it. I do appreciate your time.
Never saw you look
Peace out.